information was received about a spate of burglaries that had been happening in the Lillington area, and there was intelligence to say that there was going to be another one in this area that we're in today. I decided to go on the bike. I came to this area first, had a cycle round and noticed a BMW that circled the area a couple of times. It looked unusual and I called up on the radio, giving the VRM. I also noticed 3 males just behind me in a little alleyway just there, looking suspicious, and I asked them to stop. And asking them to stop, I cycled over to where they were. Without saying anything, they dragged me from the bike, started to kick me and told me to, in expletives, shut up, stay down on the floor. I was on the floor, still receiving quite a lot of kicks to the back and being dragged about slightly, when I felt a burning sensation to my eye and liquid pour into my eye. I'd hit my panic button on the radio and have been made aware since that I was screaming down the radio.
Get all local units making please.
At that point, the males left, they ran off behind me, and from what we know now, they got into the BMW, and I crawled out of the road onto this green area now, and they rode over the bike. Quickly, very quickly, joined by my colleagues, which was great. Seeing one of them straight away, he shouted out the window, "You okay?" And I said, "Yeah, go after them, I'm fine." There was initial part of, should I stop them? I'd asked for another unit to come and join me. I didn't think for 1 minute that they'd attack me. Normally, there was 3 of them, one of me, I'm on a bike, they could have starburst and run off. I just thought they'd stop, we'd have a chat, and that'd be it. I know that I did the right thing not fighting back. There were 3 of them, one of me, plus a car. If I'd have fought back, I probably would have been run over. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to get out of the way. And the way the bike was run over and they drove at my colleague in the other car, he'd have run over me. As we are now, I was on my hands and knees in a lot of pain, and seeing the car drive over that bike, thinking that could have been me, that's something that I can see now. I play it over and over again. I could close my eyes and see it. That's the worst thing, I think, for me. Chris, my partner, he took it really badly. He was working away that day and he didn't come home till quite late, and I purposely didn't tell him what had happened. Quite a long drive home, he was in Newcastle, so to tell him he'd have been in quite a state. Chris's job, it's not an old-fashioned relationship at all, but he wants to protect me and protect his daughters, and he felt that he couldn't, and he worries every day that I come to work because he knows I'm a proactive police officer. I go and get involved in stuff and will always get involved in jobs, and it's scary for him, and I don't think people realise what it's like for people that are at home, for partners.
I often talk about our staff as being ordinary people who do extraordinary things, and Sarah most definitely was on this particular day. And one of the standout things for me was, you know, after such a vicious attack where she'd been sprayed in the face and quite rightly went to hospital to be checked out and treated, she was straight back in to work on that day to ensure her statement was done, ensure with her colleagues the package was done so that the 4 offenders were brought to justice first time around. And that wasn't something I would expect. You know, an officer injured in that way, you don't expect them to come straight back into work, but off her own bat, her own professionalism, she did, which is a testament to Sarah.